People probably email in going, no, he's massive, we love him. But I don't think he's that big. This is a track called Brother Down.
Oh, and so we'll hear that shortly after the little top of the hour Sting thing. Steve Show BBC 6 Music. Chris, come on, Jude, pull your act together. Oh, well, don't worry. One day I'll learn how to drive the desk, and then I'll be responsible for such things. In the meantime,
you'll be out of a job.
Indeed, yeah, you'll be axed. What was that name? What was the name of that track?
Sam Roberts. It's called Brother Down.
Brother Down. I've enjoyed it, actually. It's got a nice summer light feel to it, which is exactly appropriate in this kind of hot weather.
It's good when he comes over and gigs as well. Catch him if you can. I have no information about when he's around.
Clever. You sounded there for a minute like you were quite authoritative, but
let you down.
Well, the reason we had Kirsten in was because we were reviewing some of the CJ CDs and MP3s that have come in. If you would like to put yourself forward as a female contributor on the Steve Show, a CJ as we're calling them, then you can go on the website. What is it? www.bbc.co.uk/6music. Hunt around, you'll find my webpage, and there'll be information there on how to send stuff in. If you are already a broadcaster, if you're already doing stuff on the radio, I'm afraid we're not really looking for you because you've already your chance. What we're looking for is people just to kind of put themselves down on tape, just talking to us, telling us about themselves, and then hopefully we'll draw up a little shortlist and bring some people down, and they can hang out with us. And what a thrill that will be! They'll see behind the curtain, of course, which is it'll be like the Wizard of Oz. They'll be going down the yellow brick road. They'll think very exciting. We're off to meet the wizard, and they'll see it's just a tiny little man with very little.
What you should probably do actually to get in the mood, if you are thinking of giving this a go, is find your kind of ill-dressed, not best-looking friends, sit down with them, have them to look at, to focus on when you're making your tape. That would kind of get you in the right. You're looking at me funny.
Jeez, ow! You're just such a bitch. That's awful. You really are. I'm going to throw water over you again. Pop Idol stuff. Oh, please don't start acting. Let's not start acting on the radio. That's. I saw you in Panto once, didn't I?
When was I acting then?
When you did a little kind of ooh. Is this us flirting? Are we flirting now?
Oh, fine.
Because it's so lame, isn't it?
It is.
What I like about you and I
feel the wrong angles. We misunderstood each other.
What I like about you and I is we've got no chemistry. You know what I mean? It's strange, isn't it? We're friends, but there's no sexual charge between us whatsoever. It's like brother and sister, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's absolutely nothing.
And it's like nausea in between.
Right, yeah. It's weird, isn't it? I find you, likeable but irritating, and you find me... Well, I'll let you say.
Just like...
Adorable?
No, an annoying tortoise.
An annoying tortoise.
Yeah.
A giant annoying tortoise. Each week, of course, I've been trying to put together a CD for prospective seducers out there, gentlemen who've perhaps not got the natural knack that I have for picking up honeys, and they're needing my help, and obviously the way to do that is to just deposit a CD with a selection of beautiful tunes on their desk, perhaps at work. Never mention who you are. Just leave it in an empty envelope, in an envelope with nothing on it. Just one disc, no letter, no note. Something slightly erotic and chilling, and erotic and chilling about that, which is the combination I think all ladies appreciate. And this is a track which I feel obliged to play a bit of Serge Gainsbourg, and there's obviously a lot of kind of obvious choices to choose. This one probably I should have checked out what the lyrics were before I selected it. It's the Baladie de Melody Nelson, which sounds just very charming and sexy until you realise that it's about a man having a sort of Lolita-style sorry about that, I didn't really realise what the lyrics meant, but my apologies. It's a nice tune anyway. From his 1971 album Histoire de Melody Nelson, that's Serge Gainsbourg, of course, and it's an erotic, if unsavoury tune. I should have checked that out before I played it. Now, of course, it's not just about me suggesting music to you, it's about you, the listeners, contributing songs to the Steve Show, and it's nice. We've had a lot of excellent contributions of late, and we've got quite a few sort of people who tune in abroad. Harry, am I right in saying that?
Well, you're right, Steve. Yeah, today, for example, we've got Megan from Sydney in Australia.
Sydney in Australia. Hello, Megan, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, what I've identified is a slight delay when I talk to you because of the distance.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yes, it is. So this could get quite awkward. So if you could try and preempt my my questions, and then start answering just as I finish the question, that would really improve things.
That's good.
Okay, good luck. That works. That was nice. Yeah. Okay, so how old are you? Tell us a bit about yourself, Megan. Who are you? What are you about?
I'm 20. I obviously live in Sydney. I work for an insurance company, which is pretty boring. That's about it.
That's it. What are your dreams and hopes for life?
I don't know. To not die.
To not die? You'd like to live forever?
Great plan.
That's well, good luck with that one. A lot of people have tried that so far. It's tricky. It's tricky. You'll find as you get to around the sort of 70s and 80s, your body will start to deteriorate quite dramatically. So bad luck, but good luck. If you find a cure, then let us know. What's the weather like in Sydney? Because over here it's blistering hot.
It's kind of warm, so it'd probably be like your summer.
Ooh, having a go. It's kind of warm. And do you like living in Australia? Because a lot of Australians, of course, come to England, and I don't know what it is they're seeking here, culture perhaps. But what is it that you are you thinking of moving and travelling over here, or you're happy in Sydney?
No, not happy in Sydney at all. It's pretty boring. It's kind of I don't know. There's not much of a scene, a music scene going on.
What kind of stuff are you into generally, culturally?
I don't know, books. The general stuff, DVDs.
Sure. Do you like to socialise with friends?
No, not really.
You don't like? You're a bit of a loner.
Yes.
Oh wow, we found quite an existential corner. It's quite nice. She's adding a bit of profundity and depth. Do you write poetry? Do you write
Sorry?
poetry? Do you write poetry?
No, of course not.
Of course not. Oh, she's so down on herself. It's a shame, you know. It's a shame. Well, listen. Let's hear the tune that you've selected. Perhaps that will suggest the beauty in your soul. What have you chosen for us, Megan?
I've chosen Beirut. That's a band, and the song's called "Postcards from Italy."
Okay. And can you tell us anything about Beirut, or do you just want us to hear the song?
No, they're a band from the US, and it's a beautiful track. Kind of reminds you of Summer Day, and look out for the ukulele. It's really great.
You've sold it to me already with the ukulele. Let's hear Postcards from Italy. The choice of Megan, who is currently speaking to us from Sydney, Australia. The band of Beirut, which is essentially a bloke called Zach, I've been informed, and a bunch of other people and some instruments. And that was a track called Postcards from Italy. Megan, you still there?
Yes.
With a slight delay. It's always nerve-wracking, isn't it? You never know. Is she going to be there? Yes, she is. Thank you very much. What time is it in Sydney? I just suddenly realised we probably got you up in the middle of the night, haven't we?
Yeah, it's about 1:20 in the morning.
Man alive, I really appreciate you staying up. Were you doing anything exciting? Were you rocking and rolling?
Yes, dancing in my underwear in bed.
Exactly, she's 20, of course she is, Steve.
She was dancing in her underwear. It's
A vest and pants, I told you that, they're all at it.
Yes, they're all at it. What everyone under the age of 30. They're all having a better time than you and I, Kirsten, is what you mean.
Exactly.
Well, thank you very much indeed for staying up. And do you have to work tomorrow? Are you going to be exhausted and bleary-eyed?
No, I slept in this morning, so I'm alright.
You're okay. Well, I really appreciate you coming on, and the tune was most interesting, and I love an unusual instrument, and a lot of people you don't hear the ukulele often enough now. So thank you very much indeed for contributing, and I really appreciate it. I'd love to say I could send you something interesting, but we don't have anything. Do we have signed photos? Do people still give away signed photos?
That wouldn't be interesting if you got that in the post, mate.
Yeah, well, it could be if it was, say, Bob Dylan. Highly collectible. I never said it was a signed photo of me. Caught you out. Thank you for... That's flirting. Thank you very much indeed, Megan. I really appreciate you coming on.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
It's so weird, the little delay, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's so strange. It's a good job that most conversations aren't like that.
Yeah.
Clever. Okay, well listen, after the news, we've got a couple more tracks we can squeeze in before the news, and afterwards I'll be playing, I've been rummaging around in our pigeonhole again, and I've dug out a couple of tunes which I think may be of interest to people, new stuff which I'd like to play. We'll cast our critical ears over it, but before the news we can still squeeze in a couple more tracks, including this one from Data Rock, came out a couple of months back, far, was it a couple of years now maybe? I can't remember, a long time ago anyway. But here's Data Rock, Norwegian band, there's a lot of them around now. On tour in the UK in May, that's Norwegian band Data Rock and Far, 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 which I think came out a couple of years ago or something, on an album. It's the kind of information I should know, god damn it. I've embarrassed myself again. I don't know why I even mentioned it. I should have just let people figure it out for themselves. Kirsten, I've discovered that I've, against my will, turned into a very minor celebrity, and it's most unnerving. I was saying earlier that I was paparazzi'd in a charity shop in Kentish Town.
Were you?
Of all the places that I've
handing
been...
stuff over, or...?
No, I mean, I often will generously give to...
large clothes for yourself.
It's impossible. I don't bother with the clothes in charity shops anymore. It's a nightmare. Once you've tried on a lot of size 10 shoes and tried to squeeze into them, because you think, £5, ding dong, you give up after a while when you're size 14 like me. But it's quite unnerving, the sort of minor celebrity thing. Of course, you've been a very minor celebrity for some time now, and it's very much become a way of life for you. But any tips you can give me? What's your experience of it?
I would say lie low, but you can't do that, because I saw you in Brighton the other week, and I saw you about, 2 miles away coming along the stretch at your height, tried to avoid you.
Yeah, here's some
managed
kind
one
of
time.
entertaining bloke on stilts. Oh, no.
No, it's you, and then I bumped into you another twice, didn't I? So at your height, you're sort of in trouble, really, because you can't even do a hat thing, pull a hat on, because everyone's still going, whoa, he's enormous.
Exactly.
My friend made an interesting comment, actually, about you. She said, the only way he can get away with it, people might not expect him to be that tall, so wouldn't be looking, necessarily, which I thought was a really, do you know what I mean?
They wouldn't expect me to be that tall.
Yes.
I suppose not, yeah, so they wouldn't necessarily
think.
Sure, I think it was me. I went on the pier briefly, but you become a little bit self-conscious on the pier. There's a lot of chavs hanging around asking for photos and stuff. My friend was talking about the only good thing about the pier is the ghost train, which he sometimes goes on. But he said it's so unscary. The only way you'd be scared by the ghost train on Brighton Pier is if you've got a fear of double doors. It's the only way you'd be unnerved. But you've had some kind of, because I'm wondering what I might expect from that minor celebrity. I've not yet been asked to sort of open supermarket branches and stuff. Has that happened to you?
No, my two worst. My left hand, and I'm left-handed.
Oh, that's because I came to visit you.
Yes.
Yeah, we were holding hands, sure. Nice, you see what I've done? I've accused myself of being a trip. Clever.
No, I was asleep on
drip in your
loads
hand.
of drugs, drip in my hand, and then the needle in my hand, and a bloke came up with his child and went, "Excuse me, could you sign an autograph for my son?" And I was like, "I'm in hospital.
Of course.
I can't move my hand. I'm off my face on drugs."
Yeah.
So that was quite a low point. I got woken up on a train as well by a kid who was going, "Here, the kids are doing me head in. Is it you?" And he'd actually shaken me awake. So those are quite nightmarish. Other than that, I don't get bothered.
Oh, good. Otherwise, it's just sort of people, just more children that you can easily bully.
I can't travel on the tube at sort of 3:25 because they do abuse me.
Well, that's because they've just come out of school, is it?
Yeah, and in a gang, they get bravado and all start abusing if you're on your own. That's quite frightening.
I bet it is, yeah, because I'm
Can't
terrified
stand
of
up to them,
youngsters.
and you certainly can't punch them.
Yeah, of course, you're not allowed to do that
learnt
being
that,
on
yeah.
kids' TV, yeah. Listen, we can squeeze in one tune before the news. Afterwards, we'll be playing some new music plus another listener suggestion. This is a cover version. I each would like to play a cover. You should give us the jingle.
Mr. Cover.
Thank you very much. This is John Martin and his version of Don't Think Twice, It's Alright by Bob Dylan. Recorded in 1967 when he was only 18 years old and had just become the first white solo artist to be signed to Island Records ever. That's John Martin with his version of Bob Dylan's Don't Think Twice, It's Alright. From 1991, Daisy Chainsaw, Love Your Money. It's a song which sounds as contemporary now as it did then, don't you think?
Yeah.
That could easily be released now. I'm sure it would be a smash.
I wonder if she still looks like a bag lady.
Well, if you are her, then get in touch.
Katie Jane
64046.
Garside, was
She's in another band now, I believe, isn't she? She's in a new band now.
She's done some solo stuff as well.
Yeah, she's got another band with some other guy. If you know what that is, 64046, and you can inform us, make us sound like proper DJs. This morning, of course, as happens most weeks, Harry had his fingers in my hole, rummaging around for new CDs, because the pigeonhole gets filled with new music, and we have to try and plough through it as quickly as possible before yet more new music comes in. So I've dug out a couple of tunes which I thought I would play for you, get your opinion on them. I'm not necessarily saying I'm a huge fan of them, I'm saying they're things which have caught my ear. First up is this band, which I'm not going to say the name on the radio, not on a Sunday afternoon, not if my parents are listening. I'm going to call them Spit Disco, or maybe Ship Disco, as in when the ship goes down. So I'm calling them Ship Disco. You know that they've supported the Rapture and the Klaxons. I guess, would you say they're kind of part of this new rave scene? I guess maybe they're sort of loosely of that ilk. And this is a tune called OK. Released on April 23rd, that's OK, by a band who, as I say, I'm not going to name them, but Ship Disco, let's call them that. Harry, what were your thoughts on Ship Disco?
It just kind of washed over me, really, Steve. What is it? New rave?
I don't know if is that right? Is that the term people have been using, new rave? It's part of that kind of, the Klaxons are a part of that gang.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'm a part of that gang, Steve.
Oh, really?
No, I don't know, it reminded me of the Human League a bit.
Yeah, there's a whiff of the League about it. There's a whiff of that kind of electro-pop influence, certainly.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. I didn't take to it initially, although I had to say on repeated listening, it's grown on me a little bit.
Sounded a bit arch.
Did it? Too arch for you?
Yeah.
You're a man who likes to keep it real.
Absolutely.
Kirsten O'Brien.
I thought it sounded a little bit like Electric Six.
Okay.
To me. I think I could sort of get a workout going to it.
Perhaps on a treadmill?
Yes.
Do you go down the gym much?
No, I don't do any exercise at all, hence I have fat arms.
I don't know, let me just see
No,
those
they are
arms.
fat I've got that woman of a certain age bagginess.
Oh, what's it called? The bat wing?
Bingo wing.
The bingo wing.
Yeah.
The bat wing. The bat wing.
Yeah.
You got the bingo wings going
Yeah.
on. Oh, that's a shame. You're quite svelte otherwise.
Svelte.
Isn't that the word? Svelte. Svelte.
Z.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I hide things in and tuck them away.
Do you? Careful use of
Yes.
belts.
Yes,
Clever.
and yes, sucking in.
Would you ever wear a girdle?
I would. I'm getting to that point. Yes.
Are you?
Only if you could sort of force it up from your bowel up and make it into a breast. That kind of a.
So you'd have three.
What I mean.
You'd have three boobs, like something from Total Recall.
No, I just quite like to use all the flab around my belly to force up into one of those kind of buxom wench.
Oh, okay, that's clever,
you know
yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know whether you can do that, but
You could make a fortune if you could design a
Give
piece of
that a
equipment
go,
like
yeah.
that. Good luck with that one.
I've found another gap in the market.
Oh, yeah.
It's suntan lotion for cats. Turns out there isn't any.
Right. There's probably a reason for it, but go on.
Because if you've got a white cat, you need to put suntan lotion on its ears. I found this out yesterday.
But couldn't you just use regular suntan
Well, you
lotion?
can, but surely it'd be better to have cat suntan lotion.
Why?
Because then it's specifically for the cat, because otherwise it might be allergic to our products. In fact, it's like animal testing in reverse in a way, isn't it? We do actually have to test this on cats to check they're not allergic to it.
Surely cats have survived for hundreds, thousands of
get
years.